What is up, everybody? It's Seraph here, coming at you with a recommendation Tuesday, and this week I'm bringing you guys Room of Swords. Room of Swords is a story about how you have to collect 27 swords, you bring out, and when you collect 27 swords, you unlock the Room of Swords. And in this story, you start off with a character named Jairus. Jairus he wakes up on a deserted planet, he doesn't know where he is, all he knows is that his ship is crashed and his captain is missing. And his goal is to try and find his captain. So when he wakes up, he starts walking. A random voice appears in his head saying that he has to find all these swords, and those swords are the boss swords. And the boss swords are pretty much like you would pretty much find in an RPG. You would see when you get a main objective item, it then transports you elsewhere. And these swords are essential to the Roman swords. And there's an insane amounts of world building in this storyline. Like, you have so many different places you can go to, so many different dimensions to travel to. Story building is incredible, absolutely incredible, as well as the character development with all these characters. And some of the coolest things I've seen with this webtoon is that they have all, like, the panels, some of them are actually animated to be animated GIFs, and it looks absolutely phenomenal for both the art and the way they did the GIFs for this. And they also add music to some of the chapters as well. So this whole story is absolutely amazing, very much world building, like I said earlier. And there's just so much possibility, so much different things, and the way the power sets work is really cool. It's kind of like Final Fantasy. They have it called the limit break, and which with everybody it would be like hardcore leveling warrior, where every single limit break is completely different from each other based on the person's personalities. So that's a little bit about the path of powers. For the world building, obviously I said that you get to travel through different dimensions, and the way you get to these dimensions is collecting these boss swords, and then you get transported into this giant room, and from there on you can choose a gate to go to figure out how to get to the next boss sword. And within these dimensions there's these guys called the shadows, and on most of these places there's a sun which then starts ticking, and when it ticks, the whole sun starts to go black, and when it hits that final mark, all these monsters called the shadows start to emerge from out of nowhere and want to devour the world. And then after they do all that, the whole world just resets completely. After the shadows finish consuming everything, they consume all the people on the planet, they consume everything, you wake up at the same planet again. You reset completely, no memories, no nothing. So you would have to physically reset of what you did without even knowing what you did last time. It's kind of like a video game where when you die, it resets back to your spawn point, and you gotta figure out a way how to do this certain thing for the main objective. And in this case, the main objective would be collecting the boss swords. That's gonna be it for me recommending this. I highly recommend this. Highly recommend it. And thank you guys for joining in on this recommendation Tuesday. Make sure to leave a like if you liked. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit that little notification bell so that way you can stay up to date with our content all the time. Make sure to hit everybody's individual channels as well, and make sure to follow us on Twitter and Twitch. Have a good time, everybody. Peace!